Hey guys, today we're taking a look at the F-40 Ferrari, which comes in at a whopping $26.99, but has a total of 318 pieces. Now for those price per piece fans, this sounds pretty good out there, but you gotta consider the fact that these are really small pieces. So is it really worth the value? We'll be deciding that in today's video. Right off the bat, I have to thank LEGO for remaking this car because this car was actually made before, except it was 6 studs wide. But the 8 stud wide potential has just grown so many options for how they can make these cars and design them, which is one of the best decisions I think LEGO has ever made. However, 8 stud cars were good at $20, not $27. The fact that the price went up $7 in the course of 4 years is absolutely insane on these LEGO Speed Champion cars. Which is why we'll be deciding in this video, is this set really worth $27? And no, I'm not gonna be one of those guys who doesn't tell you where to find these sets. I found these sets personally at Myers and Kohl's and Target and Walmart. They're everywhere. They're just popping up on store shelves. So go hunting because they're out right now, a few days early before August 1st. But all I ask in return for this information is that you please subscribe to the channel down below. We are trying to get to 10K and I can't do it without your help. Bringing the box of the F-40 Ferrari, this has a total of 4 numbered bags for those of you who care, but that's a lot of bags for only 318 pieces, which I can kind of appreciate because it makes the building process easier for younger children. But then taking a look at the sticker sheet, there is quite a lot of stickers, and at $27 for these Speed Champion sets for a single car, I gotta say, most of these elements should be printed at this point. Yes, I know printing makes the set more expensive, but we're only paying $27. And remember, these cars used to be $20 only 4 years ago. So you tell me. Although taking a look at the car without stickers right now, we do still have a lot of printed elements on there as you guys can see. It's just I wish everything was printed at this high price point. One of the highlight pieces I wanted to mention was this piece right here. I'm not sure if this is a new LEGO element, but I gotta say, I am really impressed by this piece right here. I just cannot believe that LEGO made this. This is such a cool angled piece. Taking a look at the Ferrari F-40, I gotta say, it's impressive. It looks absolutely amazing. However, there are a few flaws with this. But before we get into the flaws, I want to talk about the positive aspects. The first thing that stands out to me is the way they covered the engine up. It looks great. I mean, the engine could use some detail, yes, but the way they laid out the glass piece over it is absolutely crazy. It just looks so accurate. On top of that new piece that I mentioned earlier, I just love how it all came together. Then taking a look at the back, I gotta say I'm really impressed with this as well. The detail they used for the taillights is just incredible. I love the side pieces that they used to connect it. I don't know what they're called, but the building techniques there are off the charts, and I just cannot believe how thin they made this section of the set. I also really love this angle piece that they got going on right here. I think that works very well for the set. However, this leads us into our first flaw. There's a giant hole right in the middle of the set that you can see on the inside. And I don't love that. I wish there was some way they could have made it so that, you know, it didn't have a gaping hole on the inside of the car. Then my next flaw I have to point out is this windshield piece. It doesn't always stick down when the minifig is inside. Now, maybe if you lean it back a bit more, it might work a bit better, but there really isn't much leaner space. And the cockpit just doesn't close all the way. There's always that little bit of oomph that comes back up whenever you put the cockpit piece down, which is okay because it's not super noticeable, but it's something that shouldn't be happening in this set. Now, it may seem like I'm being harsh on this set, but I wanted to remind you guys that I still really like this set. It's just a few things I wish LEGO could improve on if they were to ever make this set again, such as this windshield mirror right here. There's 2 flaws with this, such as the fact that I've owned this set for less than 2 hours and this piece has already fallen off 4 times. Now, not to worry because LEGO does include an extra one of these in the extra pieces, but it's still a major concern because it just always falls off, and eventually I'm going to lose my extra piece of it too. The second flaw I also have with this element is that I wish there would have been some sort of black dot that was printed inside there just to give it more of a mirror effect. Right now it just looks like a red cylinder that makes no sense. I wish there would have been a little bit of a black dot right there. I feel like it just would have helped the set overall to look a little bit better. And we know LEGO has the ability to print that small considering how small they made that Ferrari print right there. So it's just something I wish LEGO would have added to this set. Taking a look at the front end of the Ferrari, I really gotta say I think it looks pretty good. I love that printed tile right there. And I really do like how they captured this curve, except for the fact that there's a bit of a gap in between the 2 spots right there, which I don't love, but I can live with that. I understand there are some limits to the LEGO brick, and you just can't come things like that. There's something that always gets compromised with the set. However, the front does have some flaws, such as this piece right here. This piece I'm really not a fan of because it looks like a mistake. I'm not sure if it's accurate to the actual model of the Ferrari that they're referencing off of, but it just doesn't feel right. The black I feel like should have covered the whole surface right here except for that red edge right there on the edge. But right here, I feel like the black should have just been straight all the way through. Maybe this is a printing error, but I don't really love that aspect of the set. So one other thing I don't love about the front of this set are these triangle-like shapes right here. I can see what they're going for. They're trying to go for those pieces right there, which I respect. I think it looks good for what pieces are available. However, I truly think LEGO needs to make a new piece for these if they were to attempt this detail, because right now these look like triangles when the shape on the car looks more like a V. You know what I mean? Like it looks off in my opinion, and I don't really love that aspect of the set. But besides that, I really gotta compliment this set. I think it looks pretty good. Even the tail looks great. I love that F-40 sticker right there on the back. That just looks great. I also really love the angle technique that they used. I think that's really cool. I just wish there wasn't that massive gaping hole. But one thing I'm really impressed about is this black line. I feel like this black line was extremely hard to line up, and they did a pretty good job. I mean, I had to shift the stickers towards the top of the piece a little bit, but I mean, it looks good. The black line runs all the way across on both sides of the set, and I really respect that from LEGO. Opening up the cabinet of the set, I gotta say I really am impressed with how this looks. There's nothing I really would change about it, and I gotta say there are a few highlights, such as this microphone piece being used as the Prindle. Yes, the Prindle is a thing I got from Zach and Cody.
You mean the Prindle?
It is not something you spell. It is a gear shift. The letters stand for park, reverse, neutral, drive, and left.
I gotta say, it works, and I really think this looks good. Even the RPM sign right there on the top of the set even looks good as well. I wish it was printed, of course, but I mean, it looks good. I mean, it's simple, but it's good. The only thing that needs to be changed about it is the window height, because as you guys know from earlier, the figure can't fit inside the car properly. Taking a look at the mini figure, I'm really happy with the option they went for this figure. They went with a normal civilian instead of a race car driver, which I think is just great because then we can get amazing torsos like this. This Ferrari torso is great, and I personally like it. You know, it's cool to see. The wrench is a nice accessory. It's not really needed in my opinion because Ferraris totally never break, guys. But you know, I like this. I think it looks good, and I'm really happy with it. And then for those of you who are curious about extra pieces, here are the extra pieces you receive. You get an extra microphone and extra mirror, which is great. You know, those are pieces that are, you know, kind of important because this one always falls off and this one can be used for other things. You got 4 more hubcaps, and that's about it for that. Before I bought this set, I was thinking this set was a high 9, I gotta say, in the ways of quality. But now that I opened it up, paid the $27 for it, I just don't feel like it's that high anymore. I'm going to give it an 8 just because of all the flaws I found with it, compared to a set like the Dark Horse Mustang where I found almost no flaws with this. Despite this car looking better, there was almost no flaws with this set in any way. So let me know what you guys think about this set down below. Will you be buying this for $27, or are you guys going to wait for a sale? Personally, I would wait for a sale because probably within the next month or two, it will go down to 20 bucks, maybe $25 to make it a little bit more easy to swallow that high $27 price point. But make sure to subscribe down below because we have a ton of videos coming out about all the new August sets coming out very soon. We have a comparison of both F-40 cars coming out. We have this Jedi Bob Starfighter that we're going to be taking a look at. And we have this NASCAR set that we're also going to be reviewing on the channel. So make sure to subscribe down below with notifications on to make sure you're notified for that. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out and goodbye.